you see 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐵 pulled out of CJI too?
I did, yeah.
Turf toe.
Turf toe. Hurt his toe.
A week out.
Man. What do you think that was about?
I don't know. There's got to be more to it. I mean, at that point, you just take the fucking toe and you go get ankle locked by Craig Jones. It's no shame in losing to Craig Jones. I mean,
No.
And that's what people kind of respected anyways, or expected. So
I kind of thought it was going to be like a gag, like with Gabby,
no, it was going to be.
where he like picks him up in the Dirty Dancing pose and shit. You know what I mean?
It was definitely meant to be competitive. So I mean, he must have at least been taking it pretty serious if he's not showing up with a boo boo on his toe. But I mean, I just don't get it. Like pulling out of a once a year competition like that a week before. Like what kind of money's on the table that you're not taking advantage of? What is that about? So I know he's got an MMA fight coming up soon as well.
Is that in the UFC?
No.
Okay, that's weird, man. That's weird.
Yeah.
When I heard that he was doing like making his MMA debut, I thought it was going to be like he's choosing the UFC over CJI.
Right.
But if it's just like a
but
CJI's huge, and they got big old purses.
Yeah. It's
fucking turf toe.
But imagine being Craig Jones and you're trying to run this event and all the promotional work that you put into that, and a guy pulls out because he's got a problem with his toe. But what's so weird about it is that, I mean, this guy, it's not like this guy is like an Olympic athlete that isn't used to training environments and training rooms and like grappling and stuff. Like, I mean, this guy has been grappling his whole life.
Yeah.
Dealing with injuries. Like, no doubt he's wrestled injured before. Right? So it doesn't seem it doesn't seem like it is what it is on the surface.
Not at all.
I mean, like Craig Jones is one of the best submission artists on the planet, right? So everybody is kind of expecting you to get submitted, and it's no shame in that. I mean, wrestling and jiu-jitsu are not the same thing. I mean, you're playing his game. So, I mean, you go in there and you take him down and you get tapped. I mean, it can end like that, right? So, it's just very, very bizarre to pull out just a week before the competition, leave them hanging. I saw Chael Sonnen might jump in, though.
I seen that. He's interested and pissed off about it.
Yeah, he's pissed off. Just immediately starts working, right? Like, just puts on the character, you know?
Yeah.
Craig Jones, he's pissed me off. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if they got a face-off and Chael, like, pushes him or, he starts getting crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But
it's so, like...
But that's what I love Chael for. Is like, Chael's the guy. You can call up, Chael the night before and he'll show up the next day or the day of,
talking shit like a masterclass.
Yeah.
It's great that jiu-jitsu is such like a low impact like combat sport compared to MMA,
right?
So that these guys that are older can still come in and bang, and like not get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Conor keeps trying to get back in MMA, and he's just basically cocaine and booze incarnate.
Right.
It's like, dude, you're gonna get killed, and you're a billionaire.
You see him sparring recently he's like sparring with these guys that are like obviously at very low level. He's just like beating them all up,
Oh, okay.
He's kind of teaching like this big group, and there's some kid that he's just like teeing off on, like beating them up. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what he's gonna? He apparently wants to get back for that White House card.
I've seen that. Yeah,
is allegedly going to be at the White House. I don't know if that's going to plan out. If that's actually
John Jones also wants to be there.
Yeah, but Dana came out and said, we're not putting you on that card.
No, which
is really embarrassing for John Jones because he retired and then unretired to say that he wants to fight on that White House card. And Dana White's like, we can't. He comes out and says publicly, we can't trust you. We can't afford to put you in a position of trust for such a big card because of what you get up to on like such a regular basis, right? So,
Hunter Biden really changed the branding of the White House. It's like the cocaine White House.
Yeah.
Everyone who's like jacked up on coke is like, I just want to fight there.
Yeah.
I want to find Biden's stash.
Yeah.
Hunter
I
Biden's
mean,
stash.
typical crackhead behavior or crack house, thing. People fighting on the lawn, right? So that would be cool if they just had no octagon there at all and just had the lawn,
Just on the grass. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
They
That's how
give
I'd
them
wanna see it.
those mountain like the mountain climbers. They use that like chalk bag.
Mm.
They have those on the front. It's just filled with blow. They're just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, man. That's I don't think that's actually gonna happen though. I don't think that might happen.
Yeah.
I think Trump was probably like talking a bit of shit, and now Dana has to act like it's gonna happen. And but I think that's gonna probably blow over, and people are gonna forget about it. So if it does happen, I'll be pretty surprised. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like a UFC thing on the White House lawn. It's pretty cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see it.
But there's a lot of world events happening.
Right. Very Coliseum-esque, right?
Yeah. It's like, look at this.
Yeah.
Explosions in the background,
That'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but people fighters want to do it. They're excited about it,
Oh, I'd watch in a second.
Get on that card, yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Trump is dressed like Caesar. There he's like putting the thumb down.
Yeah, finish him, brother. So on the weekend, I think it was Saturday, did you see that clip of Raja Jackson?
I did, yeah. It was really hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. Really tough to watch. I mean, Rampage Jackson is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I mean, I grew up watching him in his Pride days and just loved him, like his fighting style. And when he beat up Chuck Liddell over there, like that was shocking. And, it was like it's almost like growing up and being a hardcore MMA fan back then. The casual MMA people, you'd have like one up on them when they thought like Chuck Liddell was the man. And they're like, well, actually, watch this fight in Pride. And it's Rampage, like, just putting the boots to him. So I love Rampage, and I hate to see anything bad come to his family, but that guy's got to go to fucking jail.
What happened?
So, I mean, he went to some pro wrestling event a couple hours early in the event, and there was an altercation with one of the pro wrestlers there, Psycho Stu, I think his name was, which is a pretty cool name.
Yes, Psycho Stu.
Or Psycho Stu, I think it is. And this guy's like an army vet that got into pro wrestling to deal with his PTSD and help him cope with that. So there was some kind of misunderstanding with Psycho Stu. I think he saw the cameras because Rampage is like really into live streaming right now. And his son is doing it as well. His son's 25, so he's not a kid. And Rampage wasn't there. So Raja's like kind of backstage, or they're like kind of outside. And Psycho Stu asks him if he knows who he is, and as if Psycho Stu would, actually believe anybody knows who he is, because nobody really knows who Psycho Stu is, right? Like the promotion, I've never even heard of the promotion. Apparently the promotion is owned by Rikishi. Do you remember Rikishi in WWF or WWE?
Rikishi.
He's like this Samoan guy with this huge fat ass.
Oh, yeah.
And he used to like his finisher was like putting his ass in somebody's face.
I remember, yeah. Right? You drop on your face.
Yeah. So Rikishi's promotion. And so Raja says he doesn't know who Psycho Stu is. And Psycho Stu takes his beer can, which is like a work beer can or something that was open, and he hits him in the head with it. And like, I think the way he does it, where when you hit them in the head, you squeeze the can as well, so it looks like it's impactful. And the impact itself, it wasn't even hard enough to make Raja's head move back. His head kind of, like, he was surprised by it. He wasn't expecting it. But Psycho Stu, I think, believed that he was kind of into a pro wrestler as well, and that they were kind of working the cameras.
Yeah.
So, but Raja was caught off guard, didn't appreciate it, and then they had kind of a standoff there, and they had to be separated. And after that, Psycho Stu ended up apologizing to him. So they apologized, made amends and whatnot. And then Raja was told by the promoters that he could get his payback in the ring. He could do a run in and just hit him with a double leg and do like a worked punch or something like that. And then people would come pull him off, and it'd be like a good moment, a viral moment, maybe for social media or whatever. But the crazy thing is that Raja Jackson is recording all of this. And as he's in the crowd and he's preparing for this moment, he's actually saying on camera that he's not going to follow the game plan, and he's going to hit him as many times as he can while people are pulling him off. He's like, I'm going to get as many shots in as I can, right? And that's exactly what happened. So it's like, it's premeditated, which is obviously not good.
That guy hasn't woken up yet.
He's woken now.
He's now? Okay.
Yeah, I saw an update today. So today is Tuesday. I don't know how long he was out for, but there was like a post by his brother saying, you know, he's awake and he appreciates the support or whatever. So, I mean, I'd say most people have seen the clip, but he picks him up and slams him, and the slam looked like it knocked him out. And then mounts him and then hits him 22 times while he's unconscious.
Oh man, it looked like he was beating him to death.
Yeah.
Like he was out, just rattling that brain.
Yeah.
It's weird that he was in a professional wrestling like gig, and he's like an up and coming MMA star. It just seems like such a...
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to be promoted the promotion. I think he was just there streaming, and this is the other thing about these people streaming and recording their whole lives. It's so fucking weird and can lead to so much bad behavior by poor incentives and whatnot. So apparently Raja got dropped sparring there a few days ago, which was recorded on camera. So he's even recording his sparring sessions with guys, and he's 0-1 as a MMA fighter. So it's not like he's a seasoned guy. And so like, what are you doing even putting yourself out there in sparring? You know, like it's so weird. Like, so much sparring footage gets released these days as well. I mean, back in the day, I mean, you're not supposed to talk about sparring. You're not supposed to talk about what happens in sparring and stuff. It's sparring, right? So he gets dropped there, and he must have been feeling like self-conscious or something. And when Psycho Stu hit him over the head with a beer can, I think his chat was calling him a bitch or something like that for not like throwing down with him like right away and reacting like that.
Shit.
And getting your respect back and all this kind of shit. So you got these like fucking 12-year-olds commenting on your videos, calling you a bitch. And that's what's motivating you then to premeditate murder, like to try to fucking kill a guy, you know? So,
and him and his dad, like I love Rampage.
Yeah.
It's like a big shadow that's cast.
Yeah.
But like watching those guys talk, it's like funny, but at the same time, like Rampage, you know, makes fun of him publicly, humiliates him, you know. And
I don't watch any of their stuff, so I don't know kind of what their dynamic is.
Oh man, it's like, you know, he's like on a podcast. He's like, walked in on him with this big fat bitch, you know.
Yeah.
He was there, had her sprawl out, eating her ass, and like he's on the podcast too.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can just see in his face.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, and he's like, you know, a lot of fuck yous and stuff like that to him.
It would be I don't know what it would be like growing up in the shadow of a dad like that.
Yeah.
Especially when your dad is one of the toughest guys and
a hard ass man, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a tattoo called Street Soldier, like I think, or something like that on his arm.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, when he came up, like before he was big in MMA, I mean, he was like beating guys up on the streets, you know, so and slamming guys on the streets, right? So he grew up hard. I know he went away he went to prison for a little bit for
Really?
beating a guy up back in the day.
Wow.
You know, but yeah, so when you're trying to like live up to that guy and be tough or act tough, I mean, I don't know, but at 25 years old, I mean, like you're essentially like him having, he had like the disposition and the composure of like a child there, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that's something like a Sookie baby would do.
Oh, big time.
And uh, and you know, overreact in a physical sense. But the difference between like a kid and a man is that the kid probably doesn't have the ability to kill somebody with like striking them like that, right? So it was tough to watch for sure, you know, and it looks like an attempted murder.
It does. Well, his
Yeah.
arms were out. He
Yeah.
didn't. He could. Well, he was out, so he couldn't. He couldn't. You know, protect his face.
And he's 25 years old, and Psycho Stu, I don't know how old he is, but he's clearly an older guy.
Yeah.
You know,
He had a gray beard.
Minimum, like he looks like he's 50 to me.
Yeah.
Like minimum, you know. So maybe he's a bit younger than that. I don't know. So
It's brutal that he apologized.
yeah,
And you know, it's like that wipes the slate.
yeah,
He didn't knock him out.
Right.
You know, he hit him with a fucking beer can at a
Yeah.
professional wrestling
and 2
theater
hours.
skit.
Yeah, 2 hours had passed.
2
by,
hours.
apparently.
Wow.
You know.
So yeah.
So, and it's all on recording. So even when he does that and he flees, he like leaves, he's walking away. He's saying like, you know, everybody's been calling me a bitch lately. He's like, I'm not a bitch, you know, and he's like, I'm going to show you. And he's like saying this kind of stuff. So like no remorse, like whatsoever, you know. So
You think he's going to get jail time?
well, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, big time, man. Like
So he's done.
like it depends how if Psycho Stu wants to cooperate and proceed with charges, but my understanding, I don't know. We're in Canada, so I don't. My understanding of the states or that state, the district attorney might view it in the public interest, regardless of Psycho Stu's desire to proceed with charges. They might view it in the public interest to take him to court and charge him, right? Because I mean, what that demonstrates is a person that is not capable of functioning in society, and they're a danger to society. So it's in the public interest to essentially lock that person up, you know. So that's the scary thing about it is that, you know, yeah, I don't like, it's so weird. It's so weird to just do that on recording and not think of the consequences for that or thinking that's okay. I've never, like, I've been a pro wrestling fan for my whole life. I've never seen anything as bad as that in pro wrestling ever. And there's been some pretty bad shit that goes on in pro wrestling, you know. So I mean, New Jack is a famous pro
Oh my
wrestler.
God, man.
Have you seen that guy?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a Dark Side of the Ring on him. You ever watch Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah.
Really good. But I mean, he's like tasered a guy in like without the guy's consent. Like I think he hit a taser. I think he hit like he was getting back at this guy for like hurting him on some move that he fucked up a while ago. And they're on this like scaffolding, like way up in the fucking air. And New Jack like pulls out a taser out of his coat and fucking tasers the guy and throws him off of it.
Holy fuck,
You know,
man.
so
Yeah.
so I mean,
I
so that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But even that
well,
was not as,
his signature move was the shank, wasn't it? Where he'd like pull a shiv out
yeah, he's stabbed people as well. Yeah,
and like just
but
slice them up.
even New Jack's antics have not been as brutal as that. You know,
That screams to me like it seems like he is super self-conscious
yeah.
and like you know he's 0-1 in his MMA
Yeah.
professional career.
And this is something that's been bubbling up.
Yeah.
And it's like a volcano ready to explode, you know?
Well, you hear it a lot where like men can't live up to their dads, to their father, like great men,
Yeah.
and it really fucks with their brain. You
Yeah.
know? And
Story as old as time.
oh, absolutely. So he's there. He lost. He got knocked out. He put the video out for some reason. He's got everyone calling him a bitch, and then
Yeah.
he goes there, and you know, it sounds like he fucking completely snapped
Yeah.
and probably ruined his life.
Good chance. I mean,
Yeah.
like you had so much going for you, and it seemed like Rampage with the streaming stuff. As much as I wasn't into it, it seemed like it was popular, and his podcast is popular, and so you got a lot of opportunity there to do to be successful, regardless if you're just trying to be a fighter or not. There's different ways, creative ways that you can kind of get involved in that and make a living for yourself. Um, but I mean, that might destroy Rampage's podcast too. I mean, that might take Rampage down as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that bad, you know. So
I'm gonna add some video of Rampage talking to his son, and it's like I love Rampage, hard ass dude,
yeah,
but like he talks to him, you can tell like he's fucking hard on that kid,
Yeah.
you know, and it's got to be hard enough.
yeah, yeah. And we shouldn't call him a kid either. I mean, 25.
25, he's a man.
You know? So,
Yeah.
But you know the way it's kind of presented, though, I would have assumed that he was younger. The way they kind of their interactions, you know. But yeah, like I mean, as a 25-year-old man, you definitely want more respect than that from your dad. You know,
Yeah.
that's the way it's going down all the time, right? So
It's a difference too. Like when I talk to Giles, I'll like joke around with him,
yeah,
you know, and he'll laugh. But sometimes I'll joke around with him. I can tell that
yeah,
he's taking it personally, and then I got to
Right.
reel it back,
right,
you know,
yeah,
and take some bumps from him,
yeah,
just so you know,
yeah,
it stays respectful.
right, yeah,
But
yeah. It's kids definitely don't understand that that whole ball busting thing right away. You know,
well, that's something they do with their buddies, and if they have a rough day and they come home and you're busting their balls, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah,
fucking
exactly.
not safe anywhere. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
there's no peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even think he's been arrested yet. So, but there's definitely a lot of evidence for the investigators to sort through, like right off the bat, you know, because there's so much video evidence and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they might be building the case and just have the case like buttoned up before they even make the arrest. So it all goes smoothly. Sometimes the police want to take that approach where if the guy's not a flight risk, if he's not an immediate danger to society, you know, that they don't need to make the arrest right away. They can sit back, make sure the file is completely buttoned up and tidy before they go make the arrest. So then they have all the information that they have ready to do an interrogation if they want to, and then put it before the courts. So so they have like the bail proceedings and all the information for the bail proceedings ready as well, so they can keep them in custody. You know, so.
I love professional wrestling. Imagine being that arresting officer and you're like, Psycho Stu is going to be pressing charges.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Like, but another crazy thing is how long it took for somebody to pull him off of him.
Mm.
And
I guess
Psycho Stu got pinned after that too. So after they
Oh my
broke him
God.
up and they had Raja Jackson like controlled in the corner because he's still trying to fight people off of him
Yeah.
and throw more punches at him, which is fucked. And which is like more evidence for attempted murder. Some fucking goober comes in the ring and pins him. The referee counts the pin. It's like they're still trying to work the business
Oh yeah.
and still
Yeah.
trying to maintain the integrity of the wrestling business. And they're like, that's so fucking retarded, and how like crazy wrestlers are. They're complete fucking carnies, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
you know, so like Psycho Stu is choking on his own blood, and they're like, fuck, we got to protect the business and pin him here.
Go pin him
Yeah.
quick. He's about to.
So the kids in the audience don't think that there's something actually up here, right? Like, what?
Yeah, you just seen him take 22, you know,
Yeah.
unprotected shots to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever see the video where it's like I'll say backyard wrestling, but it's like a super small wrestling federation.
Of course, yeah.
And this guy does a backflip and lands on his head
Yeah.
and completely breaks his neck. Like,
Right.
you can tell,
Yeah.
you know, he's not moving. And same thing, the guy runs out and pins him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think he even flips him over.
Right.
And the guy's like, you know.
That's another thing, right? Like, you know, when I saw the the videos that followed of people trying to give aid to 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, they had him on his back and they were like slapping him and like slapping his head to try to wake him up and stuff.
𝐟𝐸, yeah, 𝐟𝐸 logic, 𝐟𝐸 fucking
Now,
first
but the
responders.
information did come out that it looked like he was choking on his own blood. So you definitely have to prioritize a choke, somebody choking over a spinal injury. But yeah, put him in the recovery position and do that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's horrible, man. I hope that guy is okay, but I can't see how you cannot have brain damage after a beating like that at that age.
Yeah.
So that's another component and another element of a serious charge is the assault that you're rendering on person going to cause irreversible damage for the rest of that person's life. And I don't know how you cannot make an argument for that based on what we know about head trauma and whatnot these days. Like 20 or 22 punches, like full on.
A CTE sandwich, man. There's no way he's not going to be suffering from CTE after that.
Yeah. His brains are probably fucking chocolate pudding right now, man.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking crazy. I remember
he's lucky to be alive. I mean, how tough he must. 𝐾𝐽, I mean, all respect to 𝐾𝐽, must be tough as fuck.
Oh yeah.
You know, still be alive after that.
Wrestling is theater, but those wrestlers are tough as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like you're hurting yourself on purpose. You're getting suplexed on your head.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's
you're doing it every night.
Yeah.
Know? So
and they can go like you hear the stories of like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
Cardio.
Bars. Yeah.
Yeah, they get crazy cardio doing that shit, you know?
Yeah.
But
some of those matches, man, are like fucking 20, 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
You know? Especially when it comes to like the Royal Rumble. But I remember I was in junior high and we used to always go to a restaurant, me and the boys, because they had free pay-per-view. You just like
right.
Yeah. So we get dropped off and it was the night that Owen Hart, his harness snapped and he died.
You saw that live?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like he fell on one of the corners and broke his neck. And man, the wrestlers went out and kept doing the show. You know?
That was fucked.
That was crazy.
Like the show must go on. No, it must not.
No.
You know, you have a crime scene there. So you have a potential crime scene, right? So if somebody is fucking dead, you need to call the police and then they have to shut down that scene so then they can do an investigation and determine if anything suspicious happened at all. They got to investigate like the rafters where that harness was set up. They have to do that. You know, that's all. That's in the Coroner's Act in Canada. I don't know what the procedures are in the US, but that scene needs to be then controlled by the police. So you're losing evidence then by, you know, taking him out of there and continuing this event. I mean, I remember Owen Hart, like as a kid, like he was one of, if not my favorite wrestler back then too. And I was young. I don't know what year that happened, but I remember I was really young. And I think that's the first person I remember dying that was in my life that I knew about that had died. And then I was like, I had to like try to wrap my head around that. Like, he's not going to be here anymore. I can't see Owen anymore on TV.
How old were you?
Depends on the year. But when did that happen? 95 probably?
I think it was, yeah. 94, 95.
Yeah. So I was probably like 7 or 8.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, man. It's a lot to take in. It's so, like, yeah, like you said, it is a crime scene. They literally pick the body up, remove it, and they're like, up next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Undertaker actually came out, I remember having a match, and you can see it in the Undertaker's face. I mean, he's supposed to be this stone cold, you know, dead man, zombie. Yeah. And you can see him like grieving, you know, and his face like getting like curled up and stuff and wincing and whatnot, you know.
Imagine like you tour with a buddy.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett, who loved Owen Hart, and they were close. Jeff Jarrett had to cut a promo after that, and he was like crying during the promo, trying to keep it together. You know, like Vince McMahon. I mean, my God,
dude, he was probably like from the stories, like banging hookers in a septic tank at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, he's every bit the character of Mr. McMahon. like the bad guy.
Yeah.
He seems to be like in real life, you know?
I wonder how much, like, you play that guy.
Yeah.
Like, does it sink into your real life, or were
Yeah.
you always that dude?
Some people, you know, they work. It's called they work themselves into a shoot. You know, they can become the monster that they create. Right? There's a lot of famous cases of that.
Well, look at the Liver King.
Liver
That
King.
guy doesn't know what reality is, but
Yeah.
yeah, I remember
Andrew Dice Clay,
that.
Andrew
Yeah,
Silverstein. I mean, Rogan talks about that all the time, where he eventually became the Dice Man character, um, and yeah. So I mean, a lot of that is wrestling, and the best characters in wrestling are always the ones that amplify the kind of the natural version of themselves as well.
yeah.
You know, like Stone Cold Steve Austin is famous for talking about that. He's like, that's me, but it's turned up to 10, you know? So yeah, it's crazy business, the wrestling business, but you know, to bring it back around, I mean, I've never seen anything as bad as that. That's as bad as it gets, you know? So, yeah, sad.
Yeah, that man. When is CGI?
Next Saturday,
Next
Saturday coming
Saturday.
up.
That's
Yep.
cool.
So
Big week.
the first or I think the first matches are going to be on Saturday, and then the finals will be Sunday. So I think Craig's match is on Sunday, but that's coming on later, and it'll be on late as fuck here. So
Is Dana involved in that?
No. Craig is not on good terms with the UFC now because he's come out against the UFC BJJ
Okay.
because they're locking up these guys. I mean, jiu-jitsu is not big enough, and there's not enough like top level athletes and talent for the UFC to tie them up in exclusive contracts. You know, so they're basically doing that same antitrust stuff and anti-competition practice with jiu-jitsu now. So yeah, but it's also, you can't really fault the athletes or the BJJ guys that are involved with it not to do it, because I mean, you're getting from what I understand, you're getting then a contract with a steady paycheck, and how, like, for people that do jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like in their life, I mean, that's huge, right? To have a steady income.
Yeah.
Because the historical way to make money in that is getting good enough to teach, and then maybe getting paid at the gym that you came up with, and then opening up your own place and trying to make money that way. You know, so it's not a professional sport in the way where you can do that sport to just make money and just do that sport. You have to supplement your income. You know,
It makes sense. A lot of them have tutorials and schools.
Yeah.
And they teach. I don't know. I feel like they should open that up, because like jiu-jitsu, MMA is kind of like you have, you know, a toolbox of skills, and you're kind of going out there and it's you. But in jiu-jitsu, it's
and
like,
you got the head trauma aspect of it. So
yeah,
you know, like, guys are not going to be able to sustain head injuries, because every time you get punched in the head is a potential head injury. You can't just keep up a ready schedule of MMA fights. So it's understandable to have an exclusive contract, so you don't risk one of your guys going to another promotion to then get a head injury, and now they can't compete with you for a year or something, right? But in jiu-jitsu, like, you know, yeah, you might be getting injuries, but you know, like, it's pretty rare for a guy at the highest level to get heel hooked and have their leg completely snapped off, right? It doesn't happen that regularly.
yeah,
So for the most part, these guys are, and that's what I love about jiu-jitsu as well, is that these pro athletes at the high level, they're like fucking animals, man. They're getting in there and they're competing all the time.
yeah,
And they don't and for the most part, they don't give a fuck who they're going up against, and everybody loses except for Gordon Ryan, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's not like a loss in BJJ is as big as a loss in MMA and boxing, right? So
yeah. I don't like the idea of it getting monopolized. If it's you know,
Yeah.
all the greatest fighters are going there so that they can
Yeah.
make money.
yeah,
Especially, you know, it's, again, MMA, like, you don't have to have a black belt in jiu-jitsu to be in MMA. You just got to
Right.
be able to bang and be a good fighter. But
Yeah.
like
Most guys aren't even close to
no,
a black belt. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys just, or a lot of MMA guys at this point, seems like the trend these days is to just get good enough at getting back to your feet.
yeah. So like if you trained for 10, 15, 20 years, you're a black belt, you're at the top, and that has levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, why not go to ADCC,
Mm-hmm.
do CJI? You're going to get the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And then like fucking have them go to the UFC.
Yeah.
You know, it's plus like, I'd hate to see CJI get crushed by the UFC.
Yeah.
You know, they're putting the alley in too, I think, in UFC.
Oh yeah. Well, they took that idea. That's what Craig was not happy with. They didn't give him credit for and Craig actually helped them kind of get it going.
Yeah.
But then they do their UFC
It's just
thing.
dirty, man. It's a different sport.
Yeah.
You know?
It's too bad because I love the way that octagon pit looks. I love that. And I wish MMA would be fought in a pit like that.
Yeah.
I think you'd have way more finishes in because so much of this fucking fence wrestling is, it's gotten to the point now where guys are so good at that, that they can just hold guys there, and they can both kind of slow the pace down of the fight, and take advantage of that in that way. But with the pit, you can't just back up like that, right? You're gonna get taken down.
Yeah.
So
it's got that angle too where you could hop off and do like a
Yeah.
Superman punch or
Right.
Work the angle.
So it would benefit like high level strikers as well, because if you're controlling the match on the feet, the guy is not just going to be able to kind of back up into the cage, circle away, tie you up, put you on the cage. They have to engage with you, right? And then it's good for grapplers as well, because if then you're a dominant grappler and you're in charge of the pace on the feet and you back a guy up, then the takedown's going to be easier. So if you ever watch karate combat, there's crazy finishes.
Oh man, that's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. It seems like I don't know what the statistics are, but it seems like there's more finishes than not. So yeah. Anyways, it would be nice to see UFC move in that direction, but I don't think they ever will. I think they're too. They don't innovate at all. They have the same kind of product, and like entrances, commentary style, camera angles,
Yeah.
as well.
The octagons are brand now.
Yeah, but you can do the octagon, but in a pit.
Oh, I agree. I think it'd be way better.
Yeah,
But I think that
and even if you're viewing UFC live, it's not a great viewing experience from what I'm told. I've never been to one live.
well, you're looking through a fence.
Right. So you're there for the atmosphere, and it's great in that sense, and it's a good time. But yeah, how cool would it be if everybody has like a decent view and you're just kind of looking down at a pit, right? That's like movie kind of stuff, right? Like 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽, you remember that movie?
Yeah.
𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽.
Yeah. Love that movie.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's also these people that are posting on social media right away after, like, that Raja Jackson thing, like Rampage put out like a social media post right away after it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad of a post. It was like, and it must be really fucking hard as a father to see your son do that, and he's fucked, and not have some kind of bias and like trying to minimize the backlash that's going to come against him. But so it wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it's tough to put out like a verbal statement, and have that now ingrained, for people to always look back at, right? So
Well, it's not you. Like, it's not you when you're fucking in the moment.
Yeah.
When you're like pissed off.
yeah.
It's,
And there's a moment where there's actually a clip of Rampage watching, because they have his live reaction to it, because he's live streaming as well. And then he's with some other streamer who then tells him, oh, it was bad. It was really bad. yeah, my chat is saying it's bad. And then you see Rampage look at it, and he watches it, and he's like, and you see him like, he's like kind of panicking a bit, and he's like, yeah, sometimes these hardcore wrestling events, like I don't know, or we don't know how what they agreed to there. So, and you see him like trying to like he's trying to think of a way to justify something horrific that he just watched his son do, which is kind of what every father would do in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to, you don't want to bury your own kid, but there's no, with the amount of information that's out there on that one, I mean, there's no walking it, there's no justifying it, it's
No, he almost killed the guy,
yeah.
straight up. But yeah, it's got to be a fucking tough spot, especially like you said afterwards, talking shit still.
Right.
He buried himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the promoter of the event calls him, like while he's like walked away from it, and he tells him like, yeah, this guy's like flatlined in the ring, and then Raja, his reaction to it was, my bad. It's like, oh, my bad. You're bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
You almost killed a guy, but you're bad.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
Man, oh man.